My name is Newton Peter Gborway. I'm from Liberia. Liberia is on the west coast of Africa. In 1989, there was a civil war in Liberia where the rebels were fighting the government troop, and every young man was forced to join the rebel. It was not their wish, but they wanted more soldiers and more people to fight the government. So I left. I was privileged to live with one of my friends and his family from Liberia to Sierra Leone, and at that time I was 13 years old. Some of the things that was going on in Liberia and that caused me to leave my family were the rebel was fighting and they were killing people. Killing people, like literally cutting their hands, their neck, because the government, the travel people of the president, President Doe, was the Crown group, were fighting against another ethnic group called the Gill group. So these two tribal were fighting against each other, and not knowing who belongs to each of those tribes, the rebel was killing anyone they meet, and especially young boys and girls who had joined the rebel was doing all that harm because most of their parents were also killed. And being a young boy, I didn't want to sit around because they were targeting our parents and stuff like that. So if you want to retaliate, they're going to kill you. So I have to flee without the knowledge of my mother and father, brothers and sisters, because of my own life. My journey from Liberia to Sierra Leone was a great journey. I use a great journey because it's a great experience. We have to walk a long distance from Bomi Hill, which is another state in Liberia, to go to Sierra Leone. We were walking, there was no car. We walked long distance. The United Nations Red Cross were helping people, but only older people and little kids. So for some of us who were a little bit older, you could walk, and we would walk the whole time. There would be no food, probably no water. We have to go to the stream water that run down, to drink it, no matter where it come from, what was in that water, nobody know. So it wasn't a great thing. It was difficult, but we were running for our life. In that journey, if I was afraid I was going to be killed, yes. I have an instant. First of all, when we left from Liberia, we came to a place they call Zimi, which is in Sierra Leone. As we were living down there, the Liberian rebel crossed the border, and they came over to Sierra Leone to invade Sierra Leone. And we were the Liberians that were living in that little town that was across the border. Our life was in danger because the Sierra Leoneans knew that we were from Liberia, and those rebels that crossed the road that came into Sierra Leone was Liberians. So the Sierra Leone soldiers were targeting Liberian boys. If you were young, 13, 14, 15, even if you were 10 years old, you could be killed. One instance, we went to school in the morning, and we find out that they were fighting at the border, and in 5-6 minutes, they bring a lot of dead bodies coming, and we have to flee again from that particular little state to go to the capital city, or the second capital city, called Bo. Now the journey between where I was from Zimi to Bo probably is like it would be like 4 to 5 days, So we have to walk. We walk on our feet for 4 to 5 days so we can get into the camp. When we get to Bo, which is the second largest capital in Sierra Leone, we were sent to a refugee camp called Seminary. In the refugee camp, they don't have a lot of food. The Sierra Leone wasn't happy with the Liberian refugees because they thought that the Liberian was the one who was bringing the war. One of the things that really break my heart in that refugee camp was I have 5 friends that I used to hang out with. So one day we were sitting down talking, all of us were eating and talking, so I decided to leave. And I told one of my friends that I wasn't feeling comfortable sitting with them anymore, so we should go find some food to eat. When I left, me and my friend, we got the food to eat. My friend decided to come back, but I decided to stay where we went to get the food. 5 minutes later, I hear the people crying, and my friend's sister came and told me that the Sierra Leone soldier have taken all my friends and go kill them, and said that my friends were rebel. So if I have been there in that 5 minute period, I could have been dead. I wouldn't be here by now. The reason I wanted to come to America was to have freedom. Freedom is, is to be free so that you can do what you want. Two is to have better education. That means for me to be able to have better skills that I can be able to be self-reliant and help other people and help myself. Other thing was for me to be able to live freely, so I cannot be forced to do things against my will, and I can be given the opportunity that everybody is given. So it was my drive to come to the United States because I knew this would be the place for me to achieve that goal of having a better skill, having an education, and someday return back to Africa and help those kids who were like myself, who didn't have the opportunity to make it this far. When I was in Sierra Leone, one of my friends told me that my family was in the house and there was a bomb. Somebody threw a bomb in the house and my family was killed. Of course, this was heartbreaking for me. I cried, but at the same time, I did have courage because I don't know if the story was true. I'm hoping they stay alive and the search haven't stopped yet. I still have friends that I get in contact with in Liberia. Recently, I've sent them my photo. I've sent them letters to put it in the radio, in the media, to put it in the newspaper, so anybody can read it. Anybody who knows anything about the Gborway family will get in contact with me. So, and it's been really painful, but it will be okay. And I've been in the past having lovely parents. I have a lot of mothers. That's what I said to my friend. I have a lot of fathers. I have people who have already been kind, people who have taken my parents' role. I think it's important because the reason why everybody wants to come to the States, including myself, like I mentioned before, is the freedom. Freedom is very, very important. Freedom is good because it makes you to have choices. Now, if there's no freedom, there's no choices.